Uh-huh. Hello and welcome to today's live show. This is the singles live chat unscripted. And today we have very interesting guests. I'm seeing Belinda is in the house. Apa Sai, I'm looking at her. So today we are going to start this live saa mbili and then tutaimaliza at 10 p.m. because we have two segments. Sawa sawa. Tuko na segment ya singles ambaye ni where we are going to talk about issues to do with single people, the challenges they are facing, and tuta concentrate sana sana na they we'll be concentrating a lot on the issue of the romantic side. Let us see what is happening. Okay, so let me bring Belinda on board. Belinda, how are you? Karibu sana and welcome on board. Hi, Bella, can you hear me? Well, I'm left. I can see Macau is on. Yeah, hi Macau.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, you can. Belinda has been here na kama left. I think internet inakuwa karibu sana. Pleasure to meet you. Karibu sana, karibu sana. This is the first time we are meeting. Welcome to this
Sure,
live session ya single people. Karibu sana. Tukingoja watu wengine, give us a 1 minute introduction, who you are, what you do, and what we need to know about you. Ile kitu yenye utatuambia.
Okay. Well, my name is Fred Macau. I reside in Diani in Kwale County, and I'm a single gentleman. What do I do? I'm an accountant. Basically, I do books. So that's what I do, and I am a Christian. I love the Lord. Yes.
Karibu sana Macau. I'm seeing Godfrey pia in the house. Bella is also in the house. Let's go to Godfrey. Bella tumekuwa naye for a while. Godfrey ame left. Belinda, short introduction hata kama tumekuwa na wewe other lives. 1 minute, tell us who you are, your status, najua yako ni different from Macau. Karibu sana.
Okay, my name is Belinda. I'm married, but I feel great to be here to listen to what single people have to say in this day and era. Yeah.
So karibu sana. You and I have been married for a while, for a minute now. Tumetoka kwa the single scene. Sasa tunataka pia tusikize what they are going through. Godfrey, karibu sana. Please, 1 minute, introduce yourself.
Okay, sorry, I had challenges connecting. My name is Godfrey Otieno. I am a metallurgist by profession. That is, I deal like a process engineer working in mining company. And I am born again. And yes, I'm married, but now this is my 8th month in marriage. So I've been single for quite some time. And I'm happy to be part of this discussion.
Karibu sana Godfrey, and your camera inakaa hivi, tunakuona ukiwa hivi.
I'm watching
Yes, now it's good.
Neck cramps. Karibu sana. You are supposed to have also Phyllis, but she has said that she is currently busy na ako kazi. So we can continue with the discussion as she finds time, kwa sababu alikuwa ameniambia she will be busy and I told her that we will accommodate her. So yeah, hizo ndio zile message mnasikia zikiingia. So karibuni sana kwa show. Mimi naitwa Kamau wa Mwega. Also, you see this called the Mwega Show. I've been married for I think I've been married longer than Belinda. I think 10, 12 years now. Between 10 and 12. I don't even remember, but hiyo ndio ile range iko. So we are going to share, and also I've been in the youth work since the year 2003. So si ministry, because mimi si mtu wa kanisa. So but I am excited to see people who are wa kanisa also want to understand your perceptions and what you think about being single. So we are going to have a very interesting discussion. Gracie is here, she's saying hi, amefika. Alafu tuko na Ann Mweni pia amekaribia. Then we have Josephine Wandia. So guys, if you have any question, if you have any comment, any addition, wale wenye mna watch live, you can always post and then tuta respond. So now the topic for today is why you are single. So or why are you single, or yeah, why you are single. So it's a statement, it's not a question. It's like, why are you single? It's why you are single. Because I have realized that there are a lot of men these days who don't want to remarriage. Like they really don't want to remarry. That's why we see the red pill community has really grown, especially in Kenya. We are seeing men increasingly saying, I don't want this thing called marriage. So we also want to understand what is happening and what is going on. So yes, we are expecting Phyllis to join at any time because she's at work. So when she gets her time, she will come and join. So Fred, let's start with you now that wewe ndio ule mtu mwenye ako single hapa. Yes. Sasa abu tusaidie. In your opinion, why do you think you are still single?
Well, you know, maybe just as an aside, I was looking at the poster that you made, and the people that are married are smiling and happy, and the singles, we are not very excited about that. So I think there's something good over there that is important that we cross over. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
We can hear you clearly.
Okay. Excellent,
so
excellent. Yeah, so I was saying I could see that. So well, basically, I should not be, but there are some factors that most young people look at as they maneuver this idea about getting married and just going across over there, knowing that, especially from our Christian background, knowing that once you cross there, there should be no chance to come back this way. So there are some things that we usually look at, and until we are able to fulfill those things, then it is better to stay on this side of of the divide.
Okay, can you be specific? This is a very specific show. So when you say things, what are some of the things you personally? This is not about everyone, because you never know. Mtu anaweza kakuwa na watch hii live stream, anaangalia anaona Fred ameiva. Akaribu tu kutolewa kwa hiyo kitchen. But now if they hear what you are looking for and then they see, I am going to tick that, okay, and then that one. Kidogo tu tutasikia Fred is engaged, Fred is getting married, and we'll be very excited about that. So what are these specific things that you specifically are looking at as a representative of the single people on this stream, because the other one bado haja join?
Okay. Well, personally, now this is about me, and maybe it may be about for so many other people that are on this side. When I'm approaching a discussion like this, I would approach it in two ways. Number one is, as we grow up, there's that stage where you feel like I need to be here. I need to have someone with me. And so that stage is a stage of maybe, say, between 20 or 21, thereabout. And then you push this kind of a life, and it gets to a point where now you feel, well, maybe, or say you separate, because I'm looking at the three of you that are married, and maybe you can confess that the very first person that you met is not the one that you are with. You should not confess, but I'm just saying. So there's that first stage, and then now there's the next stage where now you're looking for some specific things. Myself, I would say that I am not really into this idea of playing games. I am not into this idea of just dating for fun and all these things. I am looking for someone that would not really waste my time on. Someone that I can approach and tell them exactly this is what I think, this is what I need. Um, that said, I would not say that there are not those kind of people. They are there. And this discussion, most people when they get asked that question, they always want to say for example, in my gender, they always want to say, there are no women, or women are this, or women are that. I can not sustain. But I always push it into me like, why are they not seeing me or listening to my story? Or if they are, or maybe am I approaching it from the wrong side? But my remarks would be, I would want someone adventurous, someone unpredictable, someone that I know that they have my back and I have their back. Just someone that loves the Lord.
Thank you very much. At least umetupatia a bit of meat, umeongeza a bit of meat kwa hiyo statement yenye ulikuwa umemake. And let's go to Godfrey. Godfrey, umesema you are almost a year now into marriage. So what are these things you are looking for that you found?
Okay. First, I want to say, okay, I married when I was right now 30 years. And one of the things that I had purposed as myself was the timing, because I decided that when I reach 30, then I would be ready or serious to start looking for a partner. And the other thing that I was also concerned about was the kind of a lady that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. And so in the process of looking, I happened to get that lady, and so things started turning out or being as I really wanted them to be. So the timing for me was right as per what I'd planned, and the kind of the lady that I had purposed to spend the rest of the life with.
Sawa, your connection is a bit noisy.
Let me try using headphones.
Sawa, if you could mute at the moment, it is really, really noisy. Yeah, thank you. So, Belinda, are you finding this as interesting as I am, that a lot of people really cannot substantiate what it is like? I was looking for this type of lady, I found her, and that's why I'm married. So, yes, it is very general and not specific. Are you finding it the way I'm looking at it, like there is no specificity when you are having this discussion? So what is your take?
Yeah, it's true. I always find it weird how you can. Okay, I know we were there once upon a time where we really wanted a talk dark, handsome, whatever, blah blah blah. But the reason why they always have that fixed choice, a list of choice of a person is because one, uh, the single guys are quite scared of relationships and being and commitments. I think that is the general thing. So for them to feel safe, they tend to have the list where they would want someone who would take care of their needs, who would do this and do that and do that. But you can find someone who, yes, out of the five of your list, they only have two, and then the missing three, kuna moja iko nusu nusu. Unaona, that is the reality. That's what happens, and then you try and play around with what you get. You actually don't get what you want.
I feel guys tend to stay single for a very long time because they are scared of they're scared of commitment, and they're also scared of messing up. Because I was talking to a friend, and I was like, why are you not making a choice? Why are you not having somebody? And he was like, hey, yeah, me, I'm scared of messing up. So this messing up is what I don't understand what they say when they say messing up, because I don't think you'll get an angel.
Okay. So thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, for what I have gotten and what I get from young people is that you are saying they have a list, but in my interaction, most of them don't even know what they want. They are not specific, and that's why you see I keep asking follow up questions. Like for example, why am I married? I can give you a list of the things I was looking at. I was looking for a woman who is ready to settle down and have my kids. I was looking for a woman who would put up with my BS because I know I'm not a straight, like, I am a troublesome person. Like, you see, the problem is that we think we are good, and so we want somebody who will see the good in us. But I knew that I was not good. I knew I was trouble. So I was looking for someone who can take, who can take me and my bad self, or the places where I am not okay. I was also looking for a beautiful woman. I don't understand why men are afraid to say this. I'm looking for a beautiful woman. A woman I will be proud of. Nitaskia vizuri nikitembea nao kwa barabara. Because we are visual creatures. So I was looking for a beautiful woman. Why are we scared of saying these things? I was looking for a woman who is not argumentative. Okay? Yes, we can have a discussion, but there is a point where when it gets to some point, I am going to be the man and make a decision. You are there to say, I do not agree with your decision, but it is your decision to make because you are the husband, you are the head of the house. Not somebody who, for example, ununue nyama leo. Kwa nini umenunua nyama? Tulikuwa nataka matumbo. Kesho ulete matumbo. Tulikuwa nafuta utaleta nyama, juu jana uleta nyama. You see that kind of thing. So for me, I'm very specific. Beauty, somebody is beautiful, somebody who is ready to settle down and have my kids and our kids, somebody who will deal with my shortcomings, someone. And so what I did is, when I found that person, I also understood that they have their shortcomings that I also have to deal with. You get? So I want us to be very specific when we are talking. If you, I'm still coming back to Godfrey. What were you looking for, and what is this thing that you found? Because you say I was looking for these things and I found them. So what are these things that you found?
Okay, sijui kama unanipata clearly sahi.
Sasa uko sawa.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Okay. First, before I answer that question, I think just to mention something that Belinda said, young people fear to, mess up. But again, kulikuwa na ile feeling ya being messed up, or especially your feelings. Kuna ile kukua hurt. People live, especially when you're single, you feel like, hey, if you bring someone in your life and then things don't go as you wish or plan, atakuacha kama uko heartbroken. So I think pia hiyo fear inachangianga sana msee kudecide, me I will prefer, just living my own life. For me, yes, there was a time I had that fear, but again, there's kuna maturity nilifika as a person, nikasema it's time for me now to settle. I want, someone who will come and kunisaidia yani. And number one, I was looking for a God-fearing woman. And that's why I happened to get a lady who was from church and in the ministry. So I'd really wish that this lady, when she comes, will be someone who will understand my spirituality, someone who will understand, the fact that I'm born again. Ndio ikuwe easier hata when I ask her, your partner, that let's pray, she'll understand what all these things mean. So ilikuwa easier, when I'm looking for someone, then definitely my one thing of concern was the spirituality. The other thing definitely ni kutafuta dem mrembo, na nilipata dem mrembo pia pia feeling muhimu, I mean, picha muhimu pia. Kuna ile pride ya mwanaume ukitembea na wife wako, yani unanielewa. So
Yeah.
those are just a few things that I was looking, among others that maybe I'll mention as we continue having this chat.
Thank you very much. Now let's go to the single guy kwa nyumba. Wewe mtu single, wewe leo utatuambia maneno. Now
Hana bahati.
because now we need to discuss and we need to understand. So why are single people scared of commitment?
I would approach this, especially, you see, when it comes to commitment, you're saying that, say for example, someone like me who is thinking, tomorrow I wake up at this time, freshen up, take my coffee and rush. Commitment will mean that I'll wake up, then maybe I may wake someone up, then I have to, I have to stay around and, get orders here and there. So those are some of the things that that men fear. Number two would be that when it comes to still commitment, is that you may find that there are those young people whose family ties are not as strong. And this is a case point that I have witnessed, as I was just chatting with my peers, whereby their family ties are not as strong. So they feel like, I may get this person, I may take them home, but who am I taking them to? Who am I going to show, to introduce them to? Because in this era of social media, everything everything is being, publicized. Whatever, if I go out and have coffee, I show up on social media, I was doing 1, 2, 3. So when it comes to those family ties, you find that they are afraid of taking someone because they are not sure who they are going to take them to. Number three would be a topic that is extremely important even when you're thinking about commitment, and this is about money. You realize that when if you do not have enough money, or you do not have work, I think it's important that you stay away from committing, because you don't want a situation where you take this girl in, and then you bring her in to suffer. I mean, if you have to suffer, just suffer alone as a young man, but do not involve someone else when you are not stable in terms of work.
Okay. Asante sana. Belinda, now that you are the only female kwa hii forum, tusaidie, what are some of these things that young women expect kwa marriage, so that unajua, probably sisi wanaume we are living in our own movie where we think these are the things women want, hii na hii na hii. So could you kindly break it down for us generally? What are these things that women are looking for in a marriage, so that mwanaume kama anaona ametosha mboga, aache kushinda aki you stop thinking too much, you just labda makao mali yako ametosha mboga, but he's just too scared and thinking bado hajafika, maybe asha surpass mpaka ameshapita the threshold, sahi ako league ile ya winning and getting trophies. So what is this thing that women are looking for? Also guys, kwa comments, if you are here live, I see we have 10 guys, post kama wewe ni dem, what are these things that you are looking for kwa relationship ama kwa marriage? Kama wewe ni dude, what are these things you are looking for kwa relationship? Karibu Belinda.
Okay, just to add a little bit on what you've told guys to do, for those that are commenting, si lazima uandike what wewe unataka, ama you can just like put a general comment. Just tell us, amongst your friends who are single, as in what is the fear, because we are here to learn all together na kusaidiana. Okay, so back to your question, Kama. Me, I think, okay, right now it is very difficult kusema generally, kwa sababu sahi things are not good, things are not easy right now. The things are very difficult. Hata musicians hao wa secular wanaimba hizi vitu, yani mpaka they are even making people scared. The way like dating now, like generally it's like a village, sijui what and stuff. So, and then social media. Number one, sai you will get different types of women. There are women who want well-furnished men. Jamaa ako stable, ako na job, ya kazi ni kuingia tu, aingie kwa relationship. Sasa cause we are not talking about marriage, we're talking about dating. Ni dem akiingia dating ni akue na mtu mwenye anaweza amsort nywele, kucha, amlipie rent. Okay, there are those kuna hiyo category ya women of that time.
Yeah.
There are those women also who can come in and she's that lady who, when you take her for a date, you will buy the fries and I'll do the sodas, so we cost share. And then there are those, kuna wale sasa, wale nasikia wanaitangwa kienyeji wengi wetu. Sasa kuna wale kienyeji, yani yeye si lazima apelekwe, si lazima hata akule pizza, si lazima, yani you know she's just there. Ile direction atapelekwa na jamaa ni hiyo tunaenda. But what I can say is all these three types of women I've mentioned, ita depend mwanaume ananacha nini kwanza. You meet me maybe kwa bus stop, tumesimama pamoja, ukaona niko mrembo, you say hi to me, nini, tukaingia mat pamoja, tukaongea, tuka exchange numbers, and then after that the next time the place you take me ni Cafe Deli ama Pizza Inn. And then all of a sudden tumekuwa tukiendanga Cafe Deli, Pizza Inn, nimeingia box. Then how do you, and then iishe, do you think I'll stay there? So how you nurture a woman friend mwenye unataka kukatia, hivyo ndo unam create. It's like something you're creating. That's what I can tell men. It's something you create. If you start with a humble beginning, you utaendelea hivyo, yani it will be good for you. But if you start with a high note, I know women are going to skin me alive, then you will have trouble to neutralize everything and come to your normal you. Maybe hata una do umefuliza, ama ndo umepata tu mshahara, lakini ikifika katikati ya mwezi huwezi nipeleka Pizza Inn, unaniambia nikuje kwako tupike ugali. It doesn't make sense, unaona? So when it comes to women, I can say it's how a man nurtures the woman friend mwenye anataka kuu. It just depends on the man.
Okay, thank you very much Belinda. Yeah, so Maureen Mwende anasema anakusupport, unafaa sasa usimame MCA. Hapa hivi uko na kura. I support you Belinda, it's the bitter truth. It's true, and let me just add, because I think we, like for example, hii najua mademu mtaniua, but now if I meet you today and you are looking so hot, you know, hair done, everything is okay, na kumbe ni makeup, kumbe chini hiyo makeup yote, you know, there is a way you present yourself uko nje, right? When you go out, there is a way you dress, there is a way you talk, there is a way you present. So huyu jamaa kama nakupeleka hizo vitu Belinda amesema, because mimi ni msoa Kibera, so hizo ni vitu nasikiaga na naona kwa TV, sijui cafe whatever, at least Pizza Inn najua iko wapi, because nishaona poster, nishaona hiyo bana yao. Now if what is wrong with me putting the best version of myself forward, ni PR, ni public relations, this is marketing, let's call it marketing. I'm marketing myself. I do agree that some men go overboard. Unaenda unaomba bishti zako gari, unaomba bishti zako nguo, you know, alafu unaomba bishti zako do, unampeleka kwa, you know, these posh places ndio utakuwa unampeleka, then suddenly kama uwezi juu, ni kitu ya kuomba, hutaweza kuimaintain. But then on the flip side, there are women who are always on makeup. And there is this story that somebody alikuwa na make, but ilikuwa like a meme, where aliamka asubuhi, so huyo si Mkristo, alienda akachotana club. This is something that happens. Akachotana club, kadem karembo nini akakapeleka mtaa. In the morning when aliamka, he called the police because he was wondering, what is this strange man doing in my house? Kumbe ni the chick mwenye alikuja naye, alikuja akatoa wig, akatoa eyelashes, akatoa hizo vitu alikuwa amepaka. Now she was looking like a dude. So the guy was calling the police because there is a guy in my house, I think I'm being robbed, only to discover that ni yule mtu alichota. So even women, the way they present themselves huku nje, extreme makeup, unaona mtu lakini akitoa makeup, that's why people wanasema watu wapelekane swimo the first time ukienda nini unaenda swimming ndio ioshe hiyo nini, but nasikia pia kuna zile makeup watu wanapakaga hazitoki. So Collins is saying men choose to stay single because from the first time we meet potential girlfriend, they already set standards and high expectation. Then Katambi is saying it's true, Belinda, if it starts on a high note with all the pizza and all that, it will be so hard to tone it down. Hata kama there is financial strain, you will feel that there is that obligation. So yes, Belinda, you are saying?
Yes, I agree with you. It's the bitter truth which Maureen just said. But yes, but unaona nini? And me kama again, and I was telling you, this thing is a gray white area, because me, I know of a person. Later on they got married. Yeye ameolewa na jamaa, hata yani yeye anataka tu kumwona na makeup. Unaona, those women who love those long nails and the makeups, and na kuna hawa wenye hawataki. Now I think ni the kienyeji version of men. So what I can advise or just tell the single guy, people like kina Makau, if the thing is, just be you and be real. If that day wewe unafilia unaweza mpeleka pizza, siku ingine mwende mpike ugali, siku ingine umpeleke pale kwa mama nitilie. Mix all that. Don't just maintain on one, and then just be you. If you're not a spendthrift, wacha akupende hivyo. Wewe si ule mtu wa kuspend, wewe si mtu wa kumbaya original Gucci's hizo, si hizi sister zake, unaona. If you're not the hizo mwitu, if haezi kukubali hivyo ni sawa. Wewe kama umempata na ako na makeup, you never know, the woman would also want not to, anaweza opt kukabila makeup. Kuna wale they put it because maybe there's something they like, but they can do away with it. Na kuna wale hawawezi. So ukipata wewe si mtu wa kupenda makeup na huyu mrembo haezi kaa bila makeup, then you just know yenyewe hii hamtaweza kuelewana. Kama mjaelewana ya mambo ya makeup, mtaelewana aje kwa sababu ya financial decision huko mbele, unaona? So it is when you're you, then that's how you will get to know the right person for you. Imagine you will not even be scared of commitment and messing up. And then again, kabla mkujange kwa hizi forums za 9 p.m. za marriage, you will realize marriage is not a bed of roses. So it starts from dating all through. Yeah.
Sawa. So Arthur anasema, karibu sana Arthur, my guy. Anasema men look for ladies who are beautiful, real, submissive, respectful, not materially attached, and can stick with you in thick and thin. This is true, and I will go next to Godfrey now that he's been married 8 months. Usichome picha, because you know sometimes unaweza sema kitu online ifikie bibi alafu ujipate kwa meeting na pastor. So is it everything you thought it is going to be now that you are 8 months in?
Okay.
Usichome picha.
It's 8-9 months now, and at the moment naweza sema kila kitu tuko sawa. I think ile a few kutakuwa tu na maybe a few things bado tuna learn, but sijui yani hapo umenieka kwa
this is how marriage is for men. This is how marriage is for men. There are questions you do not answer 100% on. But for women, it's different. A woman can come here and say, you know what, he's not, all these things, and they do this like, ni ukweli. But if you start saying, no, my wife, Ama, you start saying, no, I am disappointed, some things hapa na hapa, utaitwa meeting. Because this is how we are as men. So that's why nimekuambia usichome picha, because bado uko honeymoon phase. Honeymoon phase is fun. It will be like that for like the next 2-3 years. And then the plane either crashes ama ina stabilize. Tunapeaga watu 3 years ya kujuana, alafu sasa ndio now there are those things which will be inakuwa getting on your nerves. You know those things right now you are afraid to say because bado you are new, but ikifika after 3 years you are like, wewe mimi ninakuambia hatutasumbuana, then so unaanza kuwa mjeuri. So welcome to the marriage. And something Makau had said that aliona watu wakismile, if you have been married for enough time, like maisha sasa haikushtuagi, you know, like there is this thing. I don't know what marriage does to people, but when aku harden, you know, you see people complaining about hizi vitu zote, then you are like, okay, sawa sawa. So let's see. I wanted to comment some few things before nilipea Godfrey. It's this what Belinda was saying. Men, like even Arthur amesema, men want beautiful women, right? Now there are men who prefer their women to be in makeup. They have their own issues. There are men who prefer their women not to be in makeup, and they also have their own issues, their own reasons why. But the issue is, do I find you attractive? To me, that is what is important. Do I find you beautiful? Are you submissive? Submissive meaning, are you under my authority? Like when they come to decision making, there are decisions I will make you not agree with, but they are mine to make. That is my. It's like me ndio CEO hapa. So I'm the one who's making the final decision. Are you good with that? Are you good by advising? Do you know what is happening to advise? Because there are a lot of people who are on social media. Like them ako to social media. I don't know who lied to young women that they can post naked photos on social media, because your nakedness is supposed to belong to the person you are married to. Like, what am I paying dowry for if everybody has seen you naked? What, like, I don't understand how that works. You know, and also young men think that what they see on Instagram is true. So they expect to find these people they call buddies, Instagram buddies, wale madem wameenda wakadungwa mashindano akina Vera Sidika, the one who is Belinda aliniambia nikuwe a bit parental advice, parental guidance, kwa sababu pastor anaweza kuwa ana watch. Like they have haga unaangalia haga hivi, and you know men get excited. Men get excited by these things. Alafu ukiangalia huku, you know, it is screaming at you, and now you want to go and take Instagram and you transfer it, and this is the woman I want, and you don't know what these Instagram models have done to get there. So you have this unrealistic expectation of you, unrealistic expectation of what marriage is, and then these young girls also go to Instagram and Facebook and see these people who are borrowing people's car. Kama sasa mimi nitoke hapa niende niongee na Arthur nimwambie cheki kale kasubaru kako nisaidie nako naenda road trip. So huko nje sitajifanya ati hiyo gari niliboro, naenda kama nimebeba funguo na ifanya hivi. You know, I own a car. And there is that something about cars and women. Now I drop your facts, guys. Something about cars and women. Eh? Kuna mdosi wangu ako na gari anasemaga a metal is a woman magnet. So now a chick anaingia box thinking you own the car. Then kesho anakuona ukichapa route 11 ukienda job, gari iko wapi? Then anaona jamaa na gari, alafu anaanza kumwambia rudisha gari ya boyfriend wangu. Then mwenye gari anashindwa, am I your boyfriend? Like, you know, we have this thing where we are living our life on social media. So Belinda, what would you say about people having twende kwanza kwa Makau. Leo tuko kwa Makau. Makau, what do you think about social media and how it is affecting young people and relationships, dating and marriage?
Hata nilikuwa na swali kwa Makau pia.
Yes.
Alafu aingie.
Okay, after you answer Kamau hiyo, now on the lady's perspective.
Yes.
I was discussing something with a lady friend of mine, and I was like, and she's pretty, by the way. She's pretty. She's a working lady. hata mi nikimwangalia naweza shanga niulize kwani hawa wanaume macho zao ziko wapi? Anyway, so the question is why are you like this? Hata tumuite Triza, kwani what's up? Akaniambia
Yes.
Mependa wanaume wa siku hizi. You might date with someone for 2 to 3 years, he's not saying anything, he's not not showing any signs, and then for me siwezi show signs adhani ni mimi na mpush tuende to the next extent, ama ikaeni mimi as in namkatia or something. So her perspective was like, nowadays men are slow to these things, and then they make women who are quite submissive, respective, career women who, hata kama si career women, an independent woman, everything that this man would want a change akwe something, as in aende tu asleep tu hivyo tu juu mtu tu yeye ameamua kudate mtu like for 4 years 5 years, nikaa tunajenga nyumba hapa, unaona. So Maka, why is that? Why is it that some ama most of the men who are dating women and they really look like serious women, why do you single men take so long to just like make a decision like can I take you home? Nimejua hapo wanaume watanipiga ngumi, something like that. Why? Okay.
But actually, there's something I was reading this week about that particular question that you've asked me before I go to social media, and it was about I like you, you like me, but none of us is willing to come on board. None of us is willing to break the bubble. Why? Because the age of social media now, as I match that to social media, means that a good number of single people are out there in Tinder and some other dating apps. So if I like you, you like me, but we do not want to actually move a step further. Why? Because we're still on the market. We still feel like, well, I'm with Triza, like you've called her, but I feel like there's something better coming. You see that? Whereby now I've not decided to commit. I'm just there. I see that there's something else that is likely to come. So I was sticking to this friend zone, quote unquote, scenario, whereby I'm feeling there's a likelihood that there's something better that will show up. And that is for me one of, especially number one reason why men want to like, because if I like you, you like me, and I feel like this is the person that I need to be, why should I not commit? So that reason is that there are men that feel there's something else better coming. Even with ladies, they just don't want to push that button of please propose. They don't want to push that. They want to stick in a scenario where they are comfortable in that they are not in, they are not out. They're just sitting on the fence, waiting for some other bidder to come and you step out, move to that particular person. So that would be my answer to that question of just staying on the fence, not committing, not saying a thing. But also let me also say that I think in this age it is okay. It is okay for the lady to say, you know what, I like you. What do you say? So that we avoid this idea of men, especially young men there, wasting other people's time. You know? Yeah, mwambie look, wewe you were young. Yesterday I should
Nyinyi
have gone out with Makaa. I've gone out.
But I think pia
Sorry?
men wanapata pressure. Macau, I
God,
think
God,
men
God.
wanapata pressure sana. Yes, can you
Godfrey.
hear me? I see there's kuna ile feeling pia naona young men especially wanapewa pressure with the older men, kwa sababu the world that we are in right now kuna ile competition. The older men washajipa their wives, but again they are coming in to steal the young men that were meant for the single men. Kumekuwa na lot of mbabas thing going all over social media, and women, most of them with the current world, watu wanapenda sana ile a guy who is driving someone mwenye like is financially stable, and they fear putting their commitment to the young single men who yes wana potential but hawaja show, waona, ama hajafika ile kiwango ya the older men. So hiyo pressure iko, and it forces the young men ku fake their life because they really want to settle but they can't match what the older men are offering, yet wajua washaoa yani. So mi naona hiyo aspect ya wababa pia inapatia the young men pressure of matching up with the demands of the women.
Sawa Godfrey, thank you very much for hiyo mchango. Also I want to respond to this allegation that men fear commitment. Let me put the record straight. Because sasa it's important that we talk about this. The question is, what am I committing to? Even the eco, and this is how relationships are structured. Once you understand the structure of a relationship, then you will know how to maneuver. Learn the rules and then play. You either bend, break, depending na vile wewe una feel. Number one, why should I marry you when I'm getting, like, what is this thing that I will get that I'm not getting now? Kitambo, it was for men to access sex, they had to marry. Now that men love sex, and the only way they can access sex is to marry, then men married. Right now, you don't need to get married to access sex, right? So itakuwa handed huku nje, like free samples. Huku nje, it is readily available. That's why you have things like Tinder. Tinder is not a dating app. Tinder is a place to hook up. Unaenda, una swipe, if they swipe, you call, you come over, tunamalizana, I scratch my itch, unasonga. So why am I committing to you if already what you am supposed, like, what is this different thing you are giving me? So women control sex, access to sex. Men control access to marriage and relationship. So if you, as a woman, you are giving sex willy-nilly, why would a guy give you marriage or commitment if I'm already getting what I will get after we get married? Are you getting what I'm saying? And let's say, I know wale tuko hapo wengi wetu ni watu wa kanisa. It's not like watu wa kanisa, they are not having sex huku nje. I was kwa kanisa once and I've been engaging with these people. So if you are already giving me sex, why am I committing to you? I will be chasing somebody else mwenye ameninyima, ameniambia I have to wait till marriage. Then kidogo unasikia ninaoa when I've been with you for 2-3 years. Alafu another thing, why are we dating for 3 years? Kwani like Belinda amesema ni nyumba tunajenga. Is it a presidency that tunangoja election ifike? I mean, within 6 months, a man already knows whether he wants to marry you or not. These are the hard facts that we need to understand. Within 6 months. A woman within the first month already knows kama anataka kuolewa na huyu jamaa, mataki kuolewa na huyu jamaa. A month. If I am lying, guys, tell me. If I am lying, mniambie. Within 6 months, mwanaume anajua kama ako ready kucommit kwako, if you are a wife or not. Within a month, a woman already knows whether she wants to be your wife or not. That's why women will start changing hata jina yako kwa phone book, Habi, Hazi. You see, it is very hard kuanza kuona men like wamesave them zao like wife, but it is not strange kuona umedate for someone for a month or 2 already ashaanza kukuita husband, my husband. So within a year already mshajua kama it is going anywhere or not. So like Collins amesema, we are not slow. Women also wako so fast. Like for example, why am I committing to you? Already unanipatia ile kitu yenye utanipea after we are getting married. The only thing it will be like, now you'll be the title wife. Okay? Alafu pia madem also, like what Collins is saying, wanataka kujionyesha. I had a wedding. Kwanza kuna kitu moja wanaume wengi hawapendi wedding. Because it means expenses. And men and their money. So we do weddings because our wife is expecting us to marry them kwa wedding. Kama si lazima hiyo, we are very happy just moving in, going to the AG, tunasainizwa makaratasi. But now that's why most weddings unaona mwanaume anakuaga hivi ama ako hivi. He's deep in thought, thinking about yani hao watu wote 200 wako kukula tu cha pesa yangu. That's why they are here to eat hii pilau nimepika hapa. Like, you know, so women access to sex. So if you are giving it huku kama for example, endelea kupeana and hautapata bwana because you're already giving what he wants, what you're supposed to offer in a marriage. If you are out here kwa Instagram, picha zako ni za bikini, who is going to be serious unless unaenda kuolewa na this other socialite. So socialite aolewe na socialite. But if you want a kienyeji, for example, like me I just like those photos. I will invite you for a, because pastor ako hapa, tukuje, inaitagwa nini, night prayer sama inaitagwa nini, you come here, we do prayers ya usiku, asubuhi uamke urudi nyumbani, and that's it. So what is Maureen is saying, ladies stick to the first impression you portray. It is true, and it is also men stick to the first impression you portray. Kama umekuja na makeup, you are looking so hot, make sure under that makeup, that is how you look like. Because the day I see you without makeup, nione brother, it is ending because that is called fraud. It is like if I pretend I have money and you discover I don't have money, you have a right to dump me because I gave you the wrong perception. So if I found you and you know we are visual creatures and you're looking so hot, nini, and then you come unaza, I look at you and you're another brother. Come on. So let's go to Godfrey. Umenyamaza sana. What advice will you give young men today in terms if they are looking to find a woman? What would you tell them?
Okay. What I can tell young men, the first, number one. Okay. Number one is the aspect of being picky. It's they need to quickly make up their minds on the person they want to settle with. They need to avoid being, having a lot of options and opinion of someone that they want to settle with. Ile kukua fast and you go for what you want. Hiyo aspect ya dating for long. Okay, for some it works, but I think for me, if you really know what you want in a lady, then go ahead and just make your point straight to that woman. Yeah, I think that's the advice that I can give.
Sawa, thank you very much. Now, Macau.
Yes.
Like let's assume you have like you can pray and God gives you the woman you want tomorrow. What are these things you will put in that prayer? What are these characteristics that you will put in that prayer? If Jesus came and told you, you have 1 minute to tell me what you want and I give it to you. So what would you pray for?
Well, if he was to tell me that or to give me that as a question, I will give him a booklet. I'll give him a booklet of the things that I need. But let me say this, and before I answer that question, and this I would want Belinda to answer me, because she mentioned it, that if I take you to Cafeteria today, tomorrow, and then the other day I take you to Kibandaski, and then your perception changes about me, or today you see me with a car that I hired, and tomorrow we are in a tuk-tuk, and then you want me to keep up with the life that I started with initially, especially when things go bad, then the question is, did you then love me for me, or do you love me for the things that you saw me with when we met? That would be a question that I would like Belinda, and I see Maureen is listening to comment. Also, Maureen to comment down there about that. So back to the question, if I was then asked to give out a list of the things that I would want, of course, like you mentioned, you want someone attractive, someone who has a confidence. I want someone that is intelligent. I am one person that loves jokes. I love humor. I love fun, and I hate explaining jokes. So I want someone that is intelligent. I just want someone that you can laugh Someone is laughing in the background. I want someone that we can laugh together, someone that we can just have fun together. Um, you want someone that is mature. You don't want someone that will nag you. You don't want someone whereby you come from work and maybe she got home before you, and then you stay at the parking lot for 20-30 minutes, because I see guys do that a lot. And they are not praying, they are not thanking God for their journey back to the house. No, they're just thinking, gosh, I'm back here now, someone is going to nag me and all this. So I would want someone that is mature, um, someone who thinks faster, someone who's quick, not a celebrity, but just someone who's mature but playful. Not someone that is not, not, that is not serious all the time. I want someone that is honest. Today I was reading an article whereby a guy fainted. I don't know whether it's true or not. When he realized that the apartment they have been living belongs to the wife, but he has been paying rent for 13 years, and the guy just fainted. He was like, "We have been paying rent. The apartment belongs to you, but I've been paying rent. Why can't we? Can I? Why did I pay rent?" So you want someone that is honest, someone that you be sure, that you're together with, someone that you can trust. At the same time, I think it's important in this age, especially with the skyrocketing of things and life and inflation. You want someone that is somehow independent. You want someone that is able to work, someone that is able, whatever work they are doing. For me personally, I don't really care what they are doing, but I want someone that is active, someone that is doing something for themselves. You my list is long now that you told me that I would get it tomorrow. So you want someone that will respect you as a man. Men crave respect as much as ladies crave love. So you want someone that will be able to respect you, even when at some point you may feel like you don't measure up. You want someone that will respect you. You want someone that you can be able to share affection with, and maybe someone that is also decisive, because for me that is something else that an undoing that I find a lot in some of the people that we interact with. Someone that cannot make a decision, someone that they will ask you about everything, even now where to place the TV or where to place the fridge. I mean you want someone that is decisive, someone that will be able to reason out together with. You don't want to be a dictator whereby you dictate everything. You want someone that will be also able to decide together with you. At the end of the day, I would also want someone that has a sense of humor. Like I said, I love jokes, I love fun. So those are some of the things that I would really want in a potential mate.
So thank you very much, Belinda. You have a question you need to answer.
Yes, a quick one. So, Macau,
Yeah.
that person who you have changed, maybe umepeana gari ama umempeleka kwa mama ntilie, and then they judge you wrongly with that is an off.
Uh-huh.
So that one was a fake person. That one is not a person who truly loves you. Sawa. And actually,
Mm-hmm.
you should take that like a prayer dancer. If you're praying for someone, definitely, sasa kama that person is not the right person for you, sasa hizi vitu zinajitokelezea. Again, another thing I wanted to say, because I know time is up, kamata to cut short saa hii ni, you see, like the way you have given us that list, I have seen
Uh-huh.
a difference from what the list you gave us in the beginning. Right now, it's
Uh-huh.
quite realistic and specific. So, in all those things that you've mentioned, it's very easy now to pick a girl from that. You want someone who can make decision, give her a test, put something, let you see how she decides. If you want someone who is aggressive, just see huyu ni mtu wa kukuambia, we omba rusa job twende ile rave, ama omba rusa job twende World Waters. Unaona, if someone is drifting you from something important, then you will know the kind of person that is. So from your list, just put it on the table and then vet this woman with what you have. Just ni kama case study. Umenielewa?
Mm-hmm.
Then the last one, an advice to women, my girls. Number one, do not cook somewhere that you don't have health insurance. Ukichomeka na ni boyfriend akudamp. Wewe. Be independent, my girls. Be independent. Okay, si lazima. Yani, let it be by your choice to want to cook or do something like that. And then another thing, ladies, men are there to put us as a case study. So it is up to you. If you keep on failing on men, just check yourself, know what's up. Ama your expectation is realistic ama unrealistic. I think more I will say in the next chat. Kama naona nataka kunizimia mic.
Sawa sawa, tuende kwa Godfrey, your final words as you're closing.
Okay, first thank you for the opportunity to be in the show, and personally I believe that the single people in this show have learned quite a lot from the experiences that we have, and also from what we've listened, even from Macau. It's a high time that you make up your mind as a young man and for what you fight for what you desire and you believe in. If you put up your points and you vetted the lady and even the ladies to the gents, then why not go ahead and move on with what purpose the two of you mean to move together. So that's all that I have, and I want to again thank you for the opportunity. The show.
Sawa sawa, I will take Godfrey, your phone is, yeah, thank you. So kumaliza, ladies, you always tell us this. Let me just put this, and with a lot of respect, take me to a Kibandaski man first if that is what you can afford. Don't try so hard to take me to a 5-star restaurant. Now you need to understand that when we are meeting the first time to market, we are marketing. It is like you saying, because I don't have a suit, let me go to a job interview with no suit. What will happen? Fail immediately. So let us understand the dynamics wakati tunakatiana and wakati tuna date. These are two different stages. When I'm cutting for you, I am putting my best foot forward. I will borrow things here and there, just like the woman will even borrow shoes and borrow clothes and put on nice makeup and the salon atengeneze nywele and stuff, because you want to put the best version of yourself mbele. Okay? Let us not overdo it, of course, but also understand that I also want to impress you. You also want to impress me. So when you go on our first date, it is time for us to know each other. So that's the time wakati tumeka pale kwa hiyo 5-star hotel tukikunywa maji because we can't afford to have gourmet food. That's when I will tell you mimi nimezaliwa Kibera, so I just brought you here, kwa sababu this is our first date, but you see expect. That is when the chick will either give you an X. Like 99% of the time utawekwa X. Okay? If I take you to a Kibandaski the first meeting we are meeting, 99% of the time utanieka X. So because I want to at least have an 80% chance of success, at least nitakupeleka somewhere not so fancy but somewhere better. Okay? Also dem mwezi tu show up na ile t-shirt imeandikwa sengenge ni ng'ombe, umeweka nini kwa kichwa, that thing mnalalaga nayo just because that's how you are, because that's the real you. You will fail. If you really like this dude, you can't show up like that. So let us also be real, hii side ingine. And also I want you to go and really think about this question. If what we say that ni love tunatafuta, if ni mapenzi tunatafuta, why do we have all these things, hii list yote that tumeweka before tufike kwa love? If love ni ile kitu unataka, if mapenzi ni ile kitu unataka, why do you care to look your best? Why do you care to borrow things? Why do you care if the man has money or not? Why do you care if the lady is beautiful or not? If love is what we want. So asanteni sana for joining this live show. I am hoping to make this thing something to be doing consistently. So if you want this thing to be consistent, if you want these things to be often, please talk to Belinda. She's my person mwenye nisaidia now single people. So and I know most of you mnajua Belinda. So those people who have my number, you can inbox me and tell me this is what we are interested in, this is what we can discuss. Asante. And if you also want to be part of this panel hapa, you can also talk to Belinda and then we will engage. Asanteni sana. Right now tunaingia kwa marriage people. So I will kick you all out and then nilete the next guest. So tunaongea about when your wife compares you to other men. So if you are single and you also want to kuchangia, stay on. Asanteni sana Makau, thank you for showing up. Thank you Belinda, and thank you Godfrey, and God bless you. Asanteni sana as we move. Yes, so that was the singles show. Right now we are getting into the married people segment. I am waiting for my guy to show up, so that's tuendelee. So guys, feel free to exit. Makau and Belinda, feel free to exit from the nini. But also you can stay if you want also to change. You can chat me privately. So tumetoka kwa single session, tunaingia kwa the married people session. So what happens when your wife is comparing you to other men? What happens? What goes on in your mind? How do you feel as a man? Let me just tell my guest that Mgoja. I am trying to multitask hapa. So why would a woman compare her husband? Why would a woman compare her husband? Let's see. Let's Elinda karibu. Now that tunangoja the other guest afike. Why would a woman compare her husband to other men? We want to understand. This is for men now. Tuongee. Karibu Belinda.
We Kamau.
Yes.
Oh my God, this is trouble.
Yes.
But we are just discussing.
Yes, we are just discussing.
Unajua kuna vitu zingine unaweza sema hapa ikuletee shida.
Wacha kwanza niweke disclaimer. This is for the sake of this. Wacha niweke disclaimer mimi. This is for the sake of discussion. All these comments, opinions are a generality. They do not reflect the feelings and the thoughts of the person sharing them. We are just talking about generalities. So when we say things like, for example, when I say this is what men are doing, my wife should not watch this and say ulisema mnafanyaga. No, we are just saying generally. So Belinda, karibu, nimeweka disclaimer just in case ikileta maneno, just bring it hapa kwa hii segment alafu uplay.
Okay, on my own view, why women would compare men ni kwa sababu there's a deficit mahali. So hii historia deficit inakuja hapa. If and okay, they tend to either compare, okay, like for example, your current man, you tend to compare with your ex or your very good friend, a man. Unaona, the very good friend man could either be your colleague mwenye mnashare so much, wanaitangwa office husbands ama office wives.
Yes.
Na sasa na the ex. But now the comparison comes when there's a problem. Maybe you have communicated to your husband but haja change ama uoni kama jaribu kuchange. Alafu you now you start recalling. You start recalling huku nyuma. Now whatever that you feel you're missing from this guy, you've ever got it from some other guy. Unaget sasa? Yes. But the comparison cannot be there. Kama mtu anajaribu ku cover the deficit, the comparison won't be there. The comparison is always there when something is not worked up upon that has been communicated with the couple. The problem is ni kama hakuna communication, so they tend to compare in their brains. But where haya
sawa Kolo, Kolo, please tell us the man's
Yes.
perspective. Is it true what Belinda is saying, that the only time wana to compare is when tuko na deficit?
Uongo. Belinda, sometimes you might not even be comparing your Skiza, mimi nakwambia ukweli. Sometimes you might not even be comparing your husband to another man at all because of kitu hafanyi. But you may simply be comparing him to that idealized version of the husband that you thought you had mwenye ulikuwa nataka. And this comes from vipindi mnapenda kuona. So the moment why is it that when we got married kila kitu ilikuwa na flow vizuri, but wakati tulianza kuona hii kipindi ya Alejandro de la Mea, now you start seeing a different way in which men are doing things in Mexico. So
Kolo,
umeicreate mpaka unaileta hapa, si ati sifanyangi kitu mzuri, but now you've brought it here. Definitely I will not be the same again. So you might not be comparing me, but kuna kakitu usha idealize, ushatengeneza na ukaileta into this reality mahali mimi na wewe tumeoana.
Belinda?
Kolo. Wacha nikuambie moja. Unaona hii mambo ya sijui Alejandro, I wonder if people still watch these things, But acha nikuambie ukweli. Hivyo ndio wewe unadhani. Acha tu nikuambie ukweli wa mambo. Hata si mambo na Alejandro. I'm glad all of were once upon a time single in one forum, and now we got married. There's this thing that happens once people get married, especially men. Guys, you are never the same. Kama men are never the same. They yani ni kama kuna mlango ingine inafunguliwangu wanaingia, they tend to be relaxed, comfortable. Yani hawana siwezi sema ni pressure, then they become, hata kama alikuwa anapika hapiki tena. Yani attention si kama zile,
we share responsibility.
Sikiza, ngoja. Zile attentions tulikuwa tunapatiwa when we were dating haziko tena, si every day. You know, the romantic person you used to have mwenye tu ako on point all through inapotea, inakuwa sasa ni when necessary ama once in a while. We appreciate, by the way, but kuna na hii laxity, unaona, and now that laxity in iko ndio hapo ka deficit ka kujanga. Juu ninakumbuka naanza kufikiria ule we used to do this. Mimi nimemiss hizo time. Hata mention kwa nyumba yani differently, nikijaribu kukupea kaka hint ama ka clue, mazee mtu hata
naelewa.
Mwambie by the mimi by the nimemiss venye tuko tunaendanga tunatembea Uhuru Park, kama tunaenda tunafanya hivi na hivi, ama kama mimi nimeadmire, for example, nimeona kama wamenunua ploti pamoja, wamejenga nyumba pamoja, mimi na huyu jamaa wangu, yes, pesa iko, lakini jamaa haoni hivi, unaona. So I'm comparing kama my husband with this kama who is well off, amebuy gari, na my husband na kama wanafanya pamoja, but kama yako mbele na bwana wangu yuko mbele. Acha nikuambie Kolo, it is not about Alejandro, it is what surrounds us, na kitu mtu ashai experience before na hajai experience hai. This one is inclusive na how financially people wanakuwa up, hata sexually, all those aspects za marriage, they are compared when there is a missing link. Wewe
Sasa Belinda, there's a statement yenye nilisikia beshte yangu akiambiwa, and to me I always take it very very, naonanga ni kitu inanipatia very negative image. When a lady tells a man you are the best boss, hiyo anakukompea na mtu ako, is it better? So kuna mtu better alafu usoka kwa best in this, probably whatever it is that you're doing, kuna mwingine ashaifanya but umefanya a notch higher. That is risky kwa sababu tukianza life tulikuwa mimi na wewe, and we used to spend 1000 only in a whole week tukikula tu vitu ndogo ndogo, then umeongea kuhusu watoto wakikuja, then unaanza kuniambia unakumbuka we used to. Yes, we used to, but now there's another person ameongezeka kwa hii familia. Things will either reduce, change, or never even be there. because men shift attention easily, na mimi nakwambia hii for real, we shift it haraka sana because of priorities zenye pia zimekuja on board. Siwezi endelea kutumia hiyo 1000 a week na tuko sasa watatu, tukifika 10 tutaendelea kutumia the same 1000. No, things change. I'm not saying that in terms of money, but also between me and you. And one thing you need to understand from your side, the moment you're telling your man, naonanga Kamau akifanya hivi, don't you think at some point wewe pia unaweza kuwa wewe uko na kashida and not the husband, because umeiweka, unataka hiyo yenye Kamau anafanya ndio ufanye. Let me give you an example. Let's say mimi nimekaa na wewe na Kamau anapelekanga watoto wake out every Saturday and Sunday, wanaenda TRM, wanatembea, wanakula kuku, wanarudi. So wewe utaniambia by the way, Kamau unaonanga akipelekanga familia yake nje, sana sana watoto wake, he really cares for his family. Umesahau mimi na Kamau huwa tunaongea. Kamau ananiambia the reason as to why anapelekanga watoto nje si ati tu ati kuna quality time, ni anahepa ile shida anapatanga on Saturday and Sunday kwa nyumba. So you might think mimi na create that quality time, but I'm running away from something. So these are two-way traffic thing. The more you expect me to do something that I had forgotten, remember you brought something new into the relationship that I'm not okay with. But are you ready to listen to that? For as much as you want me to understand that things have changed. That is the issue. So when you compare me, you want me to step up, but there's something that is holding me down. Are you ready to listen to that?
So before Belinda you answer that, I want to karibu sana Veronica Njeri. Hapa leo ni kumoto. Anyway, so the question I want to ask is, Belinda, do you think that women don't change when they get married?
Women change. Everybody changes by their
And
best.
is it fair for your husband or a man to compare his wife to other women?
It's a big problem.
And that's why you see Kolo is saying, okay, the woman might be coming from a very good place. She might not be saying this thing to be malicious, but it is, why are you comparing me to so and so? I am your husband. You had the choice to get married to that person. You chose me. So why do you Kikuyus have this thing where they say we don't build our house like the neighbors? So like why do women feel wanatoaga wapi hii confidence? That's what I want to understand. Like wanatoaga wapi confidence? Wanatoaga wapi hii confidence?
Mimi nimekuambia usikii. Acha niweke basi na example ndio unielewe.
Yes.
Let me speak about a case sample of a couple. There's a person who was sharing. So alikuwa na share, ni kama alikuwa anataka kusikia opinion za watu ndo aweze kuweza kuhandle that couple. So there are two couples. These two men work together and the wives wanajuana. But wacha tuite moja kama mwingine Kolo. So kama ndio huyu mtu wase wanafanya job the same, description the same, but kama kuna gari amenunua, analisha mifugo kama ng'ombe, nguruwe, nyama, unaona? Na pia wanafanya in that business, wako in management, wako pamoja na huyo wife yake in all those things. Kolo yeye hana, the only thing anafanya maybe ana drive peke yake, but hajanunua shamba, hajafanya anything. They don't share financial details with the wife, unaona? Then this wife, the wives definitely they talk fast. So huyu wife ya Kolo anajaribu kuprompt Kolo indirectly, unaona? Like tunaweza buy shamba, tunaweza fanya nini? So unaona yeye amesha ina kama in her head, lakini in a respectful way anajaribu kuonyesha Kolo, can we try and invest hivi na hivi na hivi, I think we can better our lives, unaona? huyu Kolo kwa sababu communication is a problem, ashiki, ana jam, anasema the woman ako na drama, pesa ni zake, unaona mika hizo. So at the end of all, the marriage hakuna communication. So later on walikujanga wakakosana with more other issues mpaka they are now filing for a divorce together, the two miserable couples. Unaona? So when women start comparing their men ni kwa sababu there is a missing thing. Ni venye anajaribu hata kuleta communication bwana haoni haya, then she's struggling emotionally, yeye mwenyewe anafight na demons zake, kama huyu hivi nataka hii, haoni in all aspects. That's what I'm saying. Mwanamke atabaki ana fight na hizo struggle, then what happen? Bado huku kwa brain zetu hizi vitu za yatoka, hizo vitu zina kwa kitu. How will you be compared?
Kolo?
Wow. Thank you so much. That is very good. In terms of investment, mwanaume mwenye pia fikiri investment yenyewe pia anafaa kugongwa kichwa. Huyo naye anaweza kuwa compared. How do you work with other men who already are making progress in their families and you're not doing anything? Thank you so much. So I think whatever Belinda is saying is very, very true. You will compare this person because you want to make him understand that as sisi kama familia, we also need investment. But this is one power that ladies have, that you need to actually capitalize on zaidi. Can you please tell me directly? Sometimes we need to be told directly rather than give me cues. I might not be a very good reader of non-verbals, or kitu najaribu kuniambia, because my problem or men's problem, we will interpret it differently. Then itakuwa even worse than what you even thought I would get it, napata kwa kichwa yangu. So once you tell me directly, ndaona enyi bibi yangu amefikiria investment, very good, tunaenda. But ukiniambia huyu mwingine anavanga sneakers kali, hizi zako those zimetoboka pia ni supu, wacha kuipaka, niambie tu hebu change viatu, mimi naona hii pia inaweza kusutu. Wacha ikuwe tu direct. I will not feel offended. But there's a way in which you will say it, and that is always the issue where men have with our women or our wives. How you tell me about that thing is the issue. It's not the what you say, it's the how. Unajua ukiambia mtoto tu umefail hapa lakini unaweza pass next time, jaribu, ana feel motivated. But ukimwambia wewe nilijua tu, hata nikikuangalia hivi, there's no way you're going. There's a way ukisema mtu anaona hakuna kitu anaweza kadu. So in short, Belinda, I agree with you. These things need to be pushed to men. They need to understand, but waambie directly. Enyewe pia si tu invest, kama ameinvest ako sawa, hata si tunaweza. So mna push pamoja. But usimwambie ule anawezanga tu, lakini kuna wengine hata sioni kama nafikiria hii story. It comes out in a very negative way, and the man will withdraw, ata feel boss, kwani kunaenda aje? So that is my point. From my side is, don't give me cues. Let me know. Let me hear you. That is why you are my wife.
Sawa Kolo. I think just to add on, venye tu umesema, just to add weight and to concur that it is not the what is being said. Kolo, please, your mic.
Okay.
Inaleta feedback. Thank you. So it's not the what is said, it is how it is said. And also, don't compare. Men, I'm giving you guys game, you women. Communicate benefit to your man. Like, how will investing benefit him? That is how you deal with a man and his money. A man and his money, you have to communicate to him how it is going to benefit him. Not telling him, sasa angalia kama wanajenga wewe hujajenga. That thing, I'll just be looking at you like, okay, so unaniambia, like immediately nisha shut down. Immediately hiyo story unanipigia haingi. Why? Because of the way you have chosen to communicate. So for example, you want a man kununua land. So how will you go about it? This is how you'll go about it. So First of all, make sure you are not nagging. So kama wanapenda chapati na nyama, cook that. Let him come home. Akikaa nyumbani, serve him with a very nice smile. Inaitwa kukuwa smart. So now he is excited kwa sababu his favorite meal iko kwa meza. So already his brain release those feel good hormones. He's happy. And then now when he's eating, you sit down and you tell him, Baba Fulani, now that we are renting, how much are you spending kwa rent? Then because it's just a conversation, he will tell you, I'm paying 20K. So we've been paying 20K for the last 10 years. That is how much. So atakuwa anapiga hesabu because now you are trying to show him the amount of money he's using. Then anapiga hesabu anaona, hey, by the way, I'm using a lot of money. Alafu namwambia, by the way, kuna somewhere where wanauza shamba. Now imagine if you bought that land and then we set aside this amount of money and build. So that will take us like 3 years. So tutakuwa tunalipa tu rent. We can move to a smaller house ndio tuweze kusave more. And then once we build, when we move in, just imagine how much money we'll be saving. And then leave it at that. The guy will be chewing on his chapati and his nyama. Atakuwa anakula tu. And that thing will start disturbing him. Why am I spending so much money kwa hii rent? Then atakuja like a week or 2 weeks or a month later. Mama nani, ile story ulinipigia, but then nimeifikiria. So why don't you go uangalie nyumba ya like this range? Sasa ameanza now he's coming like now it is his decision. It's like this thing amekuwa akifikiria. Okay? You are the one who prompted it, but will prompt designer, this is the benefit you will get. Then when he buys that land and you build and you move in, don't go around saying iki kimutu kinajifanyaga hapa na kama si mimi angenunua ile land. Now you are destroying everything. Your land utakuta imeuzwa na hiyo nyumba. Okay? What you want is the land and build and move into your own house. It does not matter who takes credit for it. Problem inakuaga when you compare me for example to Kolo, useme unaona Kolo amenunua shamba sasa anajenga na nyinyi mko tu kazi pamoja, kwani pesa yako unapelekaga wapi? That will prompt me to start tracing my money. Nikuletee receipt, nikuambie uliniitisha 10,000 ya chama, ukaniitisha this money sijui ya nini. Wewe kwanza unamaliza pesa yangu, then you realize like god damn. Kumbe huyu jamaa anaweza fuatilia pesa, then now you get into petty issues. So comparing, you can do that in your head, but don't verbalize. It's like me na wewe tunatembea and then I see this woman with a hugger. She's walking, she's swinging that thing. Alafu nakwambia wow. Imagine tungekuwa na hugger kama hii. What will go into your mind as a woman? Like, why is my husband telling me about another woman's ass? Why is my husband telling about another woman's beauty? What is happening here? Ijalishi kama what I'm saying is factually right, that huyu dem ni msupa na akona haga poa. Even if that's what you think, even if you thought that before I told you, immediately I say those words, everything goes to hell. So it's not that this I'm lying, but it is because of the, why am I so utasema kwa hivyo nasema sina matako. That's what you're saying. Basi wao wako na matako. You see, now you are fighting in the street. Belinda, you have something to say?
Yes. I have a question first. Niwarudishe nyuma kidogo and then I comment on what you just said. My question is, by the way, let me just ask. And the way you men don't talk, and even when you talk, we might not even know sometimes mali statements zingine zimetoka. Munajuangaje tunawakompeanga kwanza? Haya.
Yeah, because you women,
you answer that question.
We know.
Let me just give it very fast to move. Because you guys, you are. And how did we know?
Yes, how do you know that you're compared?
Because you tell us.
How is it told? Be realistic.
Easy. Let me just tell it to you. Let me tell it to you. So, for example, wewe na Vero, you are friends, right?
Yeah.
And Kolo and other wanawake pamoja, right? Vero amenunua land. Asa hajanunua land.
Mm.
So this is what you will say. Yeah, Asa, kwani pesa yako unapelekaga wapi? That's how the question starts. Kolo, is it true or not? The first question
Very
is,
true, very true.
pesa yako unapelekaga wapi? When you hear that question, you know the amount of vitriol that is about to come out of that woman's mouth. Pesa yako unapelekaga wapi? Then it's like you ask, kwa nini? Kwa sababu naona wanaume wengine huko wananunua tu land na wewe una land. Is that not comparing? That's exactly how you guys talk. Exactly.
Umesikia Belinda?
Umesikia Kolo. Sasa
It is not what you say, it is the how. In fact, ninawauzanga.
oh, okay. Okay, sawa. Commenting to what Kama said earlier and what he has actually said, if there's one thing I learned in marriage is how to address men.
Yes.
There's always this way you men ini kabla ukuje kulearn how to address them, how to construct your words. Men pia wanakuanga na hii mentality ya kuna venye wameweka vitu kwa kichwa wanataka uiseme hivyo hivyo. You see, like the way Kama alikuwa anasema ati unampikia ugali na nyama venye anataka, alafu unakaa chini, sasa unaanza
Chakula ya tumbo na ya mwili. Chakula ya tumbo na ya mwili.
Umeipanga kwa kichwa. Now you expect your wife to come with that formula. Ikuangi rahisi. But then let me tell you, ikuangi rahisi kuileta hivyo, lakini okay, any mature couple would know how to address someone politely na calmly. Now, let me tell you, if a woman has good intention, because siwezi sema ati wanawake hawakompei, but kama kona good intention zako, ataleta hiyo the deficit ameiona hiyo anakukompea nayo, ataitable out nicely. Shida ni inakuanga ni wakati wanaume, now you start overthinking. You are not nyinyi si watu wa overthink, you're not overthinking creatures, but when you do it, it becomes a problem. So inatoka from a good discussion to a fight.
Getting you.
Belinda, sasa
Poa.
we will never overthink. When you overthink, you exceed your nini inaitwanga nini uwezo wako, because unaenda kwa world yenye hai exist. Wacha tuanze na ile world ina exist, tuende pole pole, una get. There's something umeongelea wenye I feel it is very key. Wakati umenisaidia na opinion alafu kona nimepick na ikaflow vizuri, una feel pia uko engaged. Now both of us feel like good, now even the expectation you had katakuja pole pole. But a problem comes here. I'm so sorry Kamau kwa hii nini, and I know some people are listening now. Wacha tu sugarcoat kidogo. Let us go to the issues of how we used to romantically engage each other before zile times zenye sasa tukaanza sasa kuishi maisha hii ya Kenya, hii economical crisis and all that. The things we used to do very well, now we were very comfortable with it, either in public, in private, kila mahali, hata kwa balcony. But now inafika extent fulani yenye vitu zimerudi kwa life imekuwa ni hebu tukule, tulipe rent, tufanye nini. The man atashindwa kurudi huko, but unajua for the lady bado ina register ile mapenzi bado iko na inaweza kuwa rekindled. But you know you have to ignite it again back from us pia. Tunahitaji hata sisi ni wanadamu. Ignite hiyo kitu. Mimi sitakaa tu nikifikiria unafaa ignitiwe. But now, this is what happened to a friend of mine. Aliulizwa swali moja kwa sababu alikuwa anataka kuignite love. Sijui alienda kwa site akachungulia venye vitu zingine zina run, akakuja kushowcase. Boss. Hiyo ajajibu hiyo swali mpaka wa leo. Aliulizwa hii ulijulia wapi? Do you know the moment you start explaining that you are giving excuse. I don't know how inatokea ni kama mwanaume na give excuse. But yeye alikuwa anataka kujaribu kitu mpya, akaenda hapa vitu zimekuwa mbaya. So Belinda, labda unijibu tu, if I want to beef up, not me, if my friend wants to beef up that relationship that used to be there, saa hii ataileta aje? Kwa sababu pia hataki kuonekana labda ameangalia vitu mingi, na pia sikuwe misquoted ama misjudged ama judged that probably ana engage na kitu kama hiyo mahali,
Alienda
because that is how it turns out. Exactly. Belinda, unaweza tuambia?
Si ungeiweka tu open forum. Sasa anyway, me hapa what I can talk about is unaweza, by the way, unaweza bila you just need to be creative. Where? Okay, yes. You need to be creative. Let me tell you one thing, Let me tell you one thing. Wanawake wana brain zao ni they can inside their brain wanaweza fanya adventure kwa kichwa yao, a whole and meander everywhere and do all that thing. But that's why I said earlier, once marriage inaingia, there's something that there's a transformation that happens to men. They stop being creative, wako brain iko yani imerestrict, ni kama imewekewa electric fence huku na huku, haiwezi toka huko. Ikiangalia side moja ni imeenda na iko hivyo, haitafikiria on the other side. Kolo, huwezi niambia hata na mambo hii economy sijui nini na watu plus other members wamekuja, wageni wakukuja na kuenda wakiwa wamefika 20 years and above, watoto ati in all that time your life is like forever busy with them. There's always that moment where there is space in your bedroom. mkona enough space and time, hata kama ni 2 to 3 hours. Hata we mwenyewe you sit down and think things that you've not done. We mwenyewe give it time and think about it and change it if it has been a problem. Ni venye tu umesema sijui the other time maybe hata ishaikuwa kwa balcony, ishaikuwa kwa kitchen, ishaikuwa sasa. Hizi places zote ziko na wenyeji. Kitchen iko na house help, sitting room iko na watoto. The only place imebaki mali hakuna additional plus ni bedroom. So you're never restricted with things to think and explore and become creative about. The problem is there's always a transformation that comes and then it makes men dull.
Yeah, so let me just give a little bit apple. Number one, Belinda, when we are dating, I wasn't in that big house that I am in now that we are together, right? So you were paying rent mali ulikuwa, mi nilikuwa nalipa rent double room ama single room mali nilikuwa. Sasa tumemove in kwa one bedroom and I'm the only one paying rent. I'm just giving you like a typical thing that happens. Sawa? I am now the only one who is paying this rent. So for example, nilikuwa naishi kwa single room ya 4K. Sasa niko kwa one bedroom ya 10. That is 6K imeongezeka kwa hiyo budget. Now, wewe ulikuwa unakula kwako, mimi nilikuwa nakula kwangu, budget yangu ilikuwa ya mtu mmoja. Sasa hii food ni ya watu wangapi? Wawili. Okay? Let's assume even kids have come. Okay? So budget inaenda ikipanda. And expectations inaenda zikipanda. You know, when we are newlywed, when we are newly married, and I don't have money, I just come and tell you, "Ai, leo we won't eat nyama." Or ama leo itabidi tumekula KDF na chai tulale. And you'll be very comfortable na hiyo story. Yes, uta complain mara moja mbili, but you understand hakuna do. Now assume you have 2 kids. How are you going to explain to the 2 kids that tunakula KDF tulale? Kids expect kukuwa na food kwa nyumba. Okay? So now the question is, are you coming in and complementing and supplementing his income? Because for example, if I was paying 4K and you're paying 4K, that is 8K. Sasa juu tunaishi kwa nyumba ya 10K, why don't you bring your other 4K so that ifike 8 niongeze 2K? You see, that's how even men think about it. Alafu pia, let's remember when you umesema that tuko na bedroom. If you are a woman who enjoys these things, you know, some women are very vocal about their enjoyment. Okay? So, kama watoto wako kwa sitting room na house manager ako kwa kitchen, na sisi tuko kwa bedroom, and then you start being vocal and calling God and all these things when we are doing our thing, don't you think that will also be a bit problematic in quotes? So that's why you see even women change. Okay? It's not like only men change, all of us change. The question is, are we looking at the change and understanding that this is what is happening because of A, B, C, D? Now you have kids. The woman, after she has kids, her body will change. Hata kuwa anafanya hivi, you know, she wouldn't be doing this. Sasa atakuwa na point south. Okay, so that vitu zimechange, her body will change, even her affection will change, because now she has to share it with the kids. The husband will also do the same. So things change each time guys are married. Okay, and also it is important, for example, alafu this is something weird, and Belinda, you will help us juu wewe ndio uko kwa medical field. There is this phenomena that young men testosterone inakwaga very juu, so sex drive inakwaga juu. When they get into their mid 30s inaanza kuteremka because of testosterone level inashuka. Mali inashukia ndio libido ya wanawake inapanda. So kitambo chale alikuwa juu, dem alikuwa hapa chini. Acha niangalie, dem alikuwa hapa chini. Then wakakuja wakati wako 30s wakapatana. Ya chali kiteremka ya dem inapanda. Sasa hiyo ndio time yenye bibi anakumbuka, by the way we used to have hii ngano kwa balcony. Can we go and try that? We are too heavy now. I have a kitambi. You also have this baby fat. If we start, siwezi hata kuinua. Na hiyo kitambo tulikuwa tunainuana, unakalia balcony. So kikalia balcony utaanguka. Na ukianguka utavunjika. Who is going to pay hizi vitu zote? I'm just saying that on a light note to just explain why some things. And also remember, men are very focused. Right? So kama nafikiria story ya job. Kama ninafikiria story ya job, that's the thing I will be focusing on. Now, when we come inside ingine, let me bring back Kolo. If we come inside ingine, let us also understand that because of venye Kolo amesema economy na kila kitu, things change. And I think we talked about this last time. Men marry hoping the woman, no, women marry hoping the man will change and they don't. And the men marry hoping the woman will not change and they do. So there's this thing about marriage that really, because now remember, tulisema nani kichwa wa familia? Mwanaume. So haijalishi kama you are supporting kwa rent or anything, if you don't get your money, you expect the rent to still get paid because you are married. For example, if you go tuende kiumane job waseme, you know what, pesa haijaingia, we will be paying you late. The woman will just come ambie bwana, job alituambia kuna do, so wewe jua vile utafanya na story ya rent, alafu tutahesabiana hesabu baadaye. The man will be it will be very difficult for a man to come and do that. Come and tell the wife, job amesema hakuna do, so wewe jua vile unajipanga na hii rent, tutaongea baadaye. The woman will be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So Belinda, back to you. What do you think?
The question again?
Nimesema, like there will always be changes. Nataka urespond na story ya libido. Like the more like wanaume wakiwa young, libido inakuwa juu than ya madem. Then if they are married, for example, in their 20s nini inafikaga mahali wakati chali yako early 30s na maybe the wife ndio yako 25 26, libido yake inapanda, wanafika level moja. Then libido ya chali inaenda ikishuka, ya dem ikipanda. Could you comment on that?
So I can comment on that, lakini ni sawa tu. Haya, ni ngumu but ni okay. In the layman explanation, it's what you've said. Kama testosterone iko chini, definitely your libido will be low. But hizi vitu fluctuate, utaona. Okay, kwa wanawake from maybe tuseme hiyo umesema wanawake from what age to
like
naenda high?
Wakati wako 25 inaanzaga kupanda mpaka inaanzaga kushuka. Inaanzaga kushuka in their late 40s, wakati mwanaume sasa ako huko chini kwa ground. Like sasa hata haonekani.
Yes, sasa unaona the first phase kwanza ni ya mwanaume ilikuwa chini, ya mwanamke ilikuwa juu. And then inafika mahali sasa zile vitu sisi zetu ni natural, zile hatuwezi control. When you start kicking your menopause, menopause ikikuja sasa ndo hizo low libido hizo zinakuja, hizo ni natural. The only way you can beat them ni uanze kudunga hizi hormones at least kuweza kubalance kuprolong hiyo menopause isikuje ibaki huko. So it's what you said, when you have low testosterone alafu at that time then men, wanaume wakianza kufika kuanzia 45 50 kuendelea mpaka 60 65, their libido now becomes high. Now you understand mambo ya wababas. So inakuanga hivyo, ni vitu zina fluctuate hivyo. But now hata achana na mambo ya age na hizi mambo zote, kama ni the same thing na job, the same thing na hata wakati ulikuwa na date. If you don't cultivate something, you will not get anything. So if your testosterone is low and you do not want to activate your sexual life, I'm telling you, hata kama science haijaweka libido yako chini, itaenda chini. Ukienda chini nyumbani, you'll be a dull man. The wife will complain. Unaona? And then hata kijaribu indirectly kukucorrect and you don't get corrected, she will compare you with the past, and the past you can never change it. Unaona? So
Huwezi compete na past.
hiyo ni part moja hiyo, that is the sexual part which we can.
Okay.
Sasa part hii ingine sasa ya life and everything, it's what I was saying, if you don't cultivate something. Sasa wewe kama routine yako ya maisha yako, kwa sababu ati ya economy, kama by the way economy fake kukua excuse, wewe ni utoke job, ukuje home, upikiwe asubuhi, mpeleke watoto shule, waamke asubuhi tena hivyo. Hiyo ndio routine. Year 1, year 2, year 3, Saturday Sunday mkitoka church ama mkitoka mahali mmetoka ni kuingia mkae nyumbani. But mwanaume akosangi time ya ball, akae 90 minutes aangalie football, na off season kuna hiyo 90 minutes hakuna hiyo league, nothing comes in his head. Hata chukua watoi waende watembee TRM, hata kama hakuna kitu wananunua. Are you getting my point? Now that is where problems come and comparison come. So if you don't cultivate something, if you don't think beyond, and that's why I was saying kuna kuangana ka software kanekangwa tu wanaume alafu wanaenda flatline. But we thank women are there to bring it back. Sasa the issue inakuanga ni how are we bringing it back, ndo wasidhani I'm being rude. Unaona? Alafu the fact that sasa kama sahi wanaume washajua ati they are being compared, ataanza ama amenicompare na mtu. Don't overthink, just welcome a conversation. Kama hauna hiyo mind ya kukua creative, unamuuliza basi wewe unaona tufanye aje, unaona tuende wapi, unaona tufanye hii kitu aje, ni nini hiyo umemiss, niambie. Kama sijui mwambie akufunze.
Sawa Polo.
Belinda, I have just keywords. Don't overthink. At least tumeagree na sisi, we will not overthink. Na ulisema hapo tusi overthink, na pia sasa tuta overthink. Number 2, ukiongea story na creativity, when we are starting our life, some of these things by the way tuko tuna communicate verbally. Ulikuwa ukiniguza mkono hivi na ifeel, ukiniguza nywele na ifeel, najua mali inaelekea. But sasa afterwards, as time goes by, unaanza kusema hii creativity needs to come in and you expect it from someone. Angalia story ya test, hiyo jina pia inanishindanga. Testosterone. Chona yangu inaenda ikididimia, nisaidie kui beef up. Hapo ndo mali tunasema this is a family. So ukinicompare na mwingine hunisaidii, juu nitaenda kujaribu kufanya venye inafaa ifanywe. But ukiniambia, tukicommunicate, it's a two-way traffic. If I bring it up and you bring it up, let's talk, and it will be very good because tutaifeel sisi wote. And I love the fact that God created us uniquely. Wakati mwingine ako chini, mwingine ako juu. Wakati mwingine ako juu, mwingine ako chini. I wish also conversations could go like that. When someone is up there, the other person maintains hapa chini. When the other person hivyo tu, and at least tutakuwa na striking ya balance. But on the other issues of about mapenzi na nini, mimi siongeleangi sana. I think zingine ni practical. Once it is there, mkiongelea kwa hiyo room moja imebaki, you'll always make things work. I believe in dialogue.
Yeah, sawa. And also my question also would be now, for example, to Belinda, is why do women find it very hard to pick up the slack? For example, if we realize that we are not going out as we used to go, why is it so difficult for the woman to initiate that? Just tell the husband, niaji, what are you doing? Like sahi hakuna league, so hakuna ball. So what are you doing Sato? Ako like, hiyo nimeamua tu nitachill tu hapa kwa nyumba, or nitaenda nipige story na mabishi, tunamwambia you know what, I think I am planning to take you out. I mean, mimi sidhani nitahara ama nitapata diarrhea if I eat food that you have paid for. You know, if you take me somewhere where I'm going to have a good time, I don't think I'm going to fall sick, and I don't think any man will get sick because wamepelekwa out na bibi yao. So why don't you pick up the slack? Because there is this thing about men, ya deni. And most men have this thing. If you do something good for me, I will feel I have to do something good in return ya kurevenge ama kulipa hiyo deni. So if you take me out, for example, nipeleke out twice, if the next Saturday you just ucheze tu dam like I'm quiet, so the man will be expecting bado kupelekwa out, then itam prompt like, okay, so nimekuwa nikipelekwa out na mimi maybe amekosa kunipeleka out because sijarudisha mkono. So what will happen, the next Saturday atakutake out. Okay, so then inakuwa he takes you out 2 times, you take him out 2 times, si mmerudi kukuwa mnaenda out. And sometimes it will not kill a wife kuambia mwanaume, brother, tumewana, hii kitu nataka uchape mpaka itoe moshi. Leo ni leo. Leo ni leo, brother. Leo utajua ujui. The man will be so excited like, god damn, nini kwani leo naenda, you know, he will feel good. So this thing, expectation, the man is the one who's supposed to initiate sex, the man is the one who's supposed to initiate going out, the man is the one who's supposed to be doing this. You see, there is so much is expected of us. Now the question is, wewe mwanamke unafanya nini when the man is being expected to do all those things? What are you doing in the meantime? Because if umeona mimi sijisikii maneno ya ngano sana, you just come and say, my friend, leo my friend, leo ni siku yako. Today you will not do anything. Today I will do everything. So you just take a shower, ukule ushibe, nimekupikia ugali na mrenda. Ushibe. Kwa sababu it is going down. And the man will be so excited hiyo time. And Vero anasema si wote, kuna mwenye unaweza peleka milele na hawarudishi mkono. That sasa hapo ndio mali tunaongea like, kwani what man did you choose? Just now we come back there. That's when we need to start having that discussion like, ndugu, nimekupeleka out 3 times. Hata wewe sasa jaribu. You know, shame him to taking you out. Domi anasema story ya moshi, ati what moshi? Leo itapigwa leo mpaka itoe moshi. You know, just tell the guy, my friend, hii nyumba tunaishi kama brother na sister. Kula ugali, nimekupikia ugali na pork, ushibe. Alafu nimekuwekea hapo tot ya Jameson. Ukimaliza hiyo, nipate kwa bedroom. You have work to do. Man, the guy will be excited. Sasa hapo ndio mahali things just come back. Sometimes you just have to be nasty to your guy. Unamwambia tu tutaishi hivi. This thing you have to service it. So in terms, because libido yake iko chini, if you bring those things, the guy will get excited. Then don't expect the guy to overperform. Pia you understand age. If mlikuwa mnacheza 5, you know, ukipigwa moja serious, hata wewe lala. You know, kuna vitu mingi sana za kufanya, masaa ndio machache. You know, we are not just going to be doing this thing the whole night. I also need to sleep, kesho ni kazi.
Take notes.
Belinda?
I was just laughing what Murid commented at taking notes. Sasa sikiza. Kama at least sasa hapo tumekuja sasa tunaelewana. The male gender na female at least sasa tunakaribiana. Unajua hii story ya comparison, it's not a good thing, it's a negative thing, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is what actually we are discussing. Ni hiyo.
Yes.
I think you've just answered what Kolo alikuwa anasema niambie, tell me where I am missing out, what I'm missing out, what to do. Unaona? So when there is good communication, But sasa communication sasa hapa ndo inakuja hapa where women now have to work hard ni how to put it out. No, as we have many ways of putting out things. So the key thing ni how do we put out? Ni kuambie yenyewe hata venye ulikuwa unanishika mkono, hata ukinishika hata sahii tumeoana, haina shida. Kolo haina shida. Hivyo tu venye ulikuwa unamshika mkidate, once in a while mshtue, mshike, atakumbuka the last time venye anakumbuka kukompea na watu wengine, atakumbuka the last time venye alishikwa hivyo. And I'm telling you, it just brings a whole new spark back. It happens like that. Unaona? Sasa mimi what the question I want to pose to you men, why is it always hard to speak out? Okay, mimi alafu hii story tena ya kupeleka mwanaume out, that is not hard. It is not hard to take a man out. Hata the mali unafikanga mali unasema mi sipeleki out tena, ni wakati hata si hata mambo ya kurudisha mkono, ni wewe ndio umekuwa ukileta historia twende out. Yani you are the only person who seems like you are working hard. Huu mwingine ni wakupokea tu, wewe ndio wewe ndio the giver, yeye ndio wakuchukua tu. Huu mwanaume ndio wakuchukua, mu mwanamke ndio wakuchukua. Hafanyi anything, hafikiri kitu yoyote ya kuexcite. Hata kama tumepeleka watoto kwa shosho, tutakaa tu tuone story za kina Chebukati, story ishe, tukule, alale kwa kiti ama tuende tulale, job ikuje kesho. Yani everything is flatline. At times hata wanawake wanaweza kuwa wanapeleka watu hii kwa washosho just to give you a sign that we have the house on our own, but mwanaume ama the ladies
Sasa Belinda
mali ya comparison.
Enda ununue ile kitu inaitwa lonjore. Unaona ile lonjore, ile nguo ya Waluya, lonjore. Enda ununue hiyo.
Kama sasa the question is, the question is there is this person in this house who does not know how to itisha this lingerie. Sasa mwanamke amekuwa kilala na hii sengenge ni hiyo
ng'ombe. Sengenge ni ng'ombe.
Na wewe sijui unaogopa kumwambia siku anavaa hivyo, sijui ndo utamhata ama hauongei, hausemi ni nini unataka. Na yeye anadhani akivaa hizo night dress refu zinakaanga kamisi, yeye ndo bora tu ni transparent, yeye anadhani iko poa. Na wewe kumbe ni offbeat. Hauongei. Why don't men talk?
Wacha niingie hivi alafu I'll give Kolo because naona pia time inaisha. Number 1, why don't men talk? Because just the general thing. It's because many of the things we say most of the time will be used against us in future. You know the way Karo akikushika na kuambiaga whatever you say may or will be used against you in a court of law. That's one thing. So men time nyingine utamwambia babe, like for example, let's say you've added on weight, and then maybe that when you may add weight, it is you are no longer as visually attractive to me as you were before, for example. And now if you ask me, okay, what is the problem, and then I say jumenona, what will happen? You'll not tell me that now the woman will start exercising or dieting, and no, the question will be, si nimeonyesha na kukuzalia watoto. Sasa wewe inakuwa kesi, you asked a question, it was answered. So men most of the time are afraid to tell you women, not even afraid, we just don't want the drama. Number 2, women stop doing all these things they were doing kitambo. The way umesema wanaume wanalegea, women pia wanalegea. Kitambo you used to make your hair so nice, you used to have this nice perfume that if ikiingia tu kwa mapua yangu, my diclofenac the flagpole just decides hii flagpole inasimama. But now ni kunuka tu sweat. Now if you ask me and I say babe, zoea kuoga, I know it sounds rude. I think even the way we say it, but if I say babe bana, the way umejiweka siku hizi, the question will be kwani nani huyo mwenye umeona mwenye. Now you ask a question, I'm answering it, inakuwa kesi. And like I said, if you're taking kids kwa nyanya yao because you want good time. Tell me, just tell me, Baba Luis, watoto nimeongea na nyanya yao, watoto wanaenda for 1 month. Hii 1 month utalipa hiyo njaa yote umeniweka for this whole year, and I'm not playing with you. So if you are going kwenda kuwatch ball, kama ball inaisha saa 5, utakuja utanipata tu nimekaa hapa na kungoja. You will not use watch ball to get out of this. You will not use ati nimeenda nimelewa. So don't overdrink. Kiwa kazi, don't overwork ati ukwe so tired. Just make sure usiku kuna kazi unafanya. Communicate directly. Mwanaume, hiyo 1 month utapatiwa service mzuri because you communicated. That's why Kolo was saying stop giving hints. Then ndio mimi nasema sasa mtu avae overall kwa bed ndio nimwambie atoe, ulisikia wapi na huko nje kuna ajaambua kitu but amevaa. Yeah, I mean it is also you come. Mwanaume si wa kupigwa elbow. Just come, ingia kwa bed, amekula vizuri, ameshiba, just come kwa bed, muguzaguze. If nothing happens, then have a discussion kesho yake, because he might be going through things. Sometimes vitu mess na akili zetu, especially when our finances are not good, when maybe kwa job kuko na issue ya people are going to get fired, so we are not good hapa, and then the wife is expecting you to behave like everything is okay, so it's not good hapa. So when you ask Baba Nani, what is happening? Jana nilijaribu kukuguzaguza and you are not responding. The guy will tell you, niko na stress and this is what is stressing me. Now you also understand. Don't just say, "Kwani your cousin?" No, understand. Kolo, over to you.
Well, thank you so much, Kamau. Now, this one I'm going to speak now because I'm a masculinity trainer. When we talk about issues of men and boys, it always comes in as very sensitive to me. Number one, men have never had the taste of being truly listened to. Hatujawahi feel tumesikizwa ya ukweli, and that poses a very big fear kwa mwanaume kuongea kitu, because still venye umesema it will be used against him. So unaweza pata wengi they'll be in silence. Hata kama mnataka kuongea kitu very sensitive, atakaa mbali, utaomba sasa uongei, na si ati ana kitu ya kusema, ako nayo, but hajai feel kuna mtu alisikia na ikafanyika vile inafaa, na kama itafanyika it's going to be very temporary. Number two, wanaume wengi wana believe that others have needs more important than their own from the way things have been happening. So inabaki wewe, there's nowhere else you can cling on when you have a need or a want, but other people can cling on you when they have a need and a want. Let me give this example. Kamau, you're the head kwa nyumba yako. Beyond you, apart from job unafanya, and God mwenye ambaye anatusaidia kila wakati, on a daily basis ukiamua uko unalala, akili yako itakuwa inakwambia kuna mtu atakuwa anakuletea hiyo do on a daily basis kwa mkono yako ndio uweze kunini nao familia. Hauna, so hakuna mali unaweza shikilia. So the best you can do is to make sure that every single day you have to make sure that wewe ni important to yourself first, because others will never make you important. I'm not saying all men, but some of the men. Kitu ingine, as I've said, they think no one will listen to them. They think it's a thinking. See what they think no one will listen to them, so what a shot. Na nimesema hiyo before. And then wale ambao wamejaribu kusikiza, those who have tried to listen to them probably in the past haven't been helpful, hawajamsaidia, alisema na hakuna kitu ilifanyika. So the conclusion is that no one else will still help them. No one else is going to help us. So hapo unapata mwanaume bado atashat, atazima, hawezi ongea anything. Again, tunakuanga we are never sure of what will happen. Vile kama umesema, if we open up, we are not sure what is going to spill out. Ni nini nitasema itoke vibaya? Will I be okay afterwards? Will others be okay? That is why some men will never even speak the truth. They will lie. And even in the previous discussion that we just had, a lot of ladies fall in the hands of very bad men because of the first impression. Anakuplease alafu anakuja na gonga nje. Sasa ameshindwa kushikilia hiyo kitu for long. So this is what happens to us. We don't speak because we need you. This man loves you truly. Hataki hata umcompare na mtu, but anaona kwa level ingine umeset very high, but anakutaka ile legit. But anashindwa nimfanyie, wacha nimplease tu hapa, then tukishapatana atanijua mbele, then unaachwa. And I said tuulize watu wengine prominent, I'm not going to wataja. Last but not least, hiyo time tuli open up before, some things were very confidential. It was between me and my girlfriend or my wife, but again I found out that they were shared with others. There is just a thing about some ladies, when they meet together, get some extra energy to discuss a lot of things, thinking they are building the family out there, but kumbe wanafungua mwanya fulani yenye sasa kila kitu imemwagika kwa marafiki zake, and then someone else will pick that up in that kongamano la wanawake wa Beelzebul, atatumia against huyo mtu ameongea to now lure this guy. So at the end of the day, this man feels yeye ni prey, yeye anawindwa, hakuna kitu anaweza fanya, kwa vulnerable. And one thing I can say Kamau, generally to wanaume wanapenda pia kuappreciatiwa, wanapenda kuwa encourage, and that is what will push them beyond the limits, especially na mtoko karibu na yeye, your wife, your girlfriend. And I'm so happy me I've gotten enough encouragement, and that gives me ile najipush kufanya vitu mob, and I really appreciate, na mwenye naambia najua nasikia. So this is something that everyone needs to get pale nje. Hata kama mimi ndo na do job na wewe hufanyi, ama wewe ndo unafanya na mimi sifanyi kazi, hiyo tu encouragement tu ya things are going to be better boss, inakufungua akili, na akili kifunguka ya juu, definitely akili ya chini pia itafunguka, and you're going to be creative, and every other thing will run, and akuta kwanga na hiyo vita ya huyu akiniambia kitu real nitajam. Then let us be open to each other. Nikikwambia kitu ninataka uchange, I'm not telling you so that at least nikuonyeshe wengine ni wazuri na wewe si mzuri. If we remove that mentality, I think every other thing will fall in place.
So thanks so much Kolo. Bella, your last remarks tukifunga show.
Nime appreciate na acknowledge kenye Kolo amemalizana nayo. It's what I was trying to say. Communication. It's just me and you in that house. The doors are closed. Kids are asleep. Tuko tu sisi. Ni nini huwezi niambia? Because I'm not a foreigner. You know na. Na if you want me to lift you up or to give you those words of affirmation, you have to show me your lowest point for me to affirm you, at least to feel yenyewe nimepata mtu ananielewa, ama okay, that ilitoka kutoka kwake, now I think I can do better, ama I can do this, unaona. So for a woman to affirm a man, and yes, men need that, hata kama ni kitu kidogo, hata kama alikurushia takataka nje that day, unamwambia thanks for kutupa hizo takataka. Hiyo appreciation na affirmation builds men. That is true. And then the other thing is, at least men wajifunze kuongea. Unaona kama venye Kamal alikuwa anasema, you're scared, you're worried that your words are going to be used against you. That is an assumption. Try and see. Okay, najua kuna instances maybe mwanaume anaweza kuwa amesema kitu ikakuwa used against him. That doesn't mean that you can't be open again. You just find a way on how to now maybe put it out so that it cannot be used against you. And then don't assume itatumiwa against you. Not everything will be used against you. It depends with the situation. And then the last thing is, I think this is the part where they say marriage is work. There's a lot of thinking, there's a lot of creativity, and what I can encourage us is, when we compare, let's let's compare to input something good in our marriage, not to bring drama and chaos. Yeah.
Sasa, thank you very much, Belinda and Kolo, for your time, for giving me your time. Everybody who has watched Old Man Domi, Vero, Maureen Mwende, and everybody else mwenye amekuwa kwa hii stream. We started at 8 p.m. Na sasa tuko 10:09, I think. Thank you very much for this. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. I know hapa nje tuna learn. We have learned. Thank you, Belinda. You have shared. Thank you, Vero. You also given us the women's perspective. You also given the men's perspective, and I think tuko hapa kulearn. Because why are we here? We are here to learn. We are here to encourage one another. We are here to kuonyeshana ni wapi kuko na dosari. Oswayo bwana. Kuna dosari alafu tuna sort. So thank you very much, and I want to wish you all a good night. Good night kila mtu. Veronica, me as a woman in the man sees it as a man. Women have some fears. I think kila mtu akona fears, kila mtu akona expectations. So like we said, let's communicate. Alafu I think for men, this is what I will say. Itafika mahali, you just say what is on your mind. You know, if it will be used against you, it will be used against you. But you are the man of the house. Just say it as it is. Wakuumwa umwe. We are going to deal with it. We are going to deal with it. If you are a woman, say what you want. Say, as long as you're not intentionally out here to hurt somebody, you're not intentionally doing it to put somebody off. You are just saying as it is, because that's how you, hapo ndio mahali uko mentally. Just say it. If it will be used, it will be used. Ni sawa, tutadil nayo. And then also I think it is important for people to just say, tell somebody, I told you this thing, you used it against me. I told you this other thing, you used it against me. Sasa nakuambia pia hii iweke mahali, come use it against me, so that ajue already ushaiona. As a man, sometimes inabidi ukwe tu hivyo. Nakuambia iandike. In fact, I want you to record it so that you will use it tomorrow against me, but I'm telling it to you. Okay, unakuwa tu na kichwa tu ngumu and a hard skin. So asanteni sana watu, kwaherini and good night. Have a nice week.
Okay, bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night kila mtu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is our stream. Thank you very much for everyone who joined the live. Thank you everyone who is going to watch this after the fact. If you have any comment, please kumbuka kuweka hapo chini, and also like and subscribe kwa hii channel, because we are doing this every Sunday and we are getting, ndio tumeanza, we are still making this bigger and better. So asanteni sana for everyone who has been joining us since day one. I think in episode 7. Tuonane next Sunday for great conversations. Good night.